here. Ted, we got the red arrows. Doing all your checks. Oh yeah. Oi, oi, Red Ted, what are you doing here, mate?
I'm squadron leader Tom Bold. I'm team leader of the Red Arrows, and welcome to our display today.
Please put your hands together for the 2020 Red Arrows! Red 1 pulling the formation up at 4G and over 400 miles per hour as the team collapsed into 7 miles per hour as the team collapsed into 7 arrow strings. They will reach a height of over 5,500 feet at the top of the loop before they descend back down to our minimum safe distance of 300 feet above the sea. Red 1 bang the formation around to the right. Red 1 is squadron leader Tom Bold. He's in his second year as the team leader, a previous synchro leader in 2017. He's also a former Typhoon operational pilot, a former qualified flying instructor on the Hawk 2 Mark II and Tucano, and he was a Tucano display pilot in 2010. The smoke comes on as Red 2, 3, 4 and 5 make their way back to the rear of the formation, up front our first big wing shape, and our first space theme shape. As Red 1 brings the formation around to the right corner. Get your cameras ready for the shuttle roll. As the team rolls to the left on the far right hand side, closest in is Red 2, Flight Lieutenant Stu Roberts. He's in his first year on the team. He's a previous Typhoon pilot with 11 and 12 squadrons. As the team rolls to the left on the far right hand side, closest in is Red 2, Flight Lieutenant Stu Roberts. He's in his first year on the team. He's a previous Typhoon pilot with 11 and 12 squadrons at RAF Scampton. His opposite number on the left-hand side is Flight Lieutenant Patrick Kershaw, known as Paddy. Again, his first year on the team, a former Tornado GR4 pilot and Typhoon pilot, once again with 11 and 12 squadrons at RAF Coningsby in Lincolnshire. The smoke goes on from Reds 4 and 5 as Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 move into line abreast to sit just behind Red 6. The Red Arrows are based at Royal Air Force Scampton just to the north of Lincoln. Scampton was of course the famous base for the World War II famous squadron 617, the Dambusters. Scampton will close again this year and the team and now that the F-35 is flown by the Dambusters, this is the Lightning Loop. Once again, the team reaching 5,500 feet and slowing down to approximately 150 miles per hour. This means that the controls on the aircraft are less responsive, which means station keeping and formation keeping is even more difficult. The aircraft now accelerating up to 200 miles per hour, 300, 350, 400 miles per hour at the bottom of the loop, with G increasing all the way to 4G. As the team bends to the left, on the far right-hand side, uppermost as we look at it, is Red 4 squadron leader John Bond, known as Bondy. He is in his 5th year on the team, a previous synchro leader from 2021. Once again, the team reaching 5,500 feet and slowing down to approximately 150 miles per hour. This means that the controls on the aircraft are less responsive, which means station keeping and formation keeping is even more difficult. The aircraft now accelerating up to 200 miles per hour, 300, 350, 400 miles per hour at the bottom of the loop, with G increasing all the way to 4G. As the team bends to the left, on the far right-hand side, uppermost as we look at it, is Red 4 squad leader John Bond, known as Bondy. He is in his 5th year on the team, a previous synchro leader from 2021, a former Typhoon pilot, and a former putting all the even numbers on the right hand side or the odd numbers on the left. All while Red 1 bends the formation at 3G around to the right, making the move even more difficult. But once again, Bournemouth, get your cameras ready for the Phoenix roll. Since the closure of 100 Squadron and 726 Royal Naval Air Squadron in March of this year, that makes the Red Arrows the sole operator of the Hawk T Mark 1 in the United Kingdom. As the team bend their way round to the right, reversing to the left, they will present to you a shape which represents the lunar landing craft of those 1960s space missions. This is Apollo. There are 9 pilots on the team, and each pilot must have 1,500 faster hours and be assessed as above average before he joins the team. 2 sections with Red 4 and 5 in trail. They will present to you one of the crowd's favourite manoeuvres, representing the combat aircraft, my former aircraft, the Tornado G04, no longer in service but was in operation for nearly 40 years. Bournemouth, get your cameras ready for the colourful and dynamic Tornado. The board call is made by Red 4 as Red 4 and 5 roll around the smoke of the rest of the formation. Watch for the colour change as Red 1 brings the formation to the right. As Red 4 and 5 smoke red and blue. Smoking red is Red 5, Flight Attendant David. As Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II celebrates 70 years on the throne, thereby making her the longest serving Queen in history. You will have seen us over London on the Platinum Jubilee weekend, but once again, if you missed the opportunity celebrating the Platinum Jubilee, get your cameras ready for the Jubilee Presents. settings, therefore producing a hotter engine. You will see that the aircraft will fly down, fly to the air race out. That is the small door on the bottom of the aircraft just towards the rear. This means that the pilots have to set a higher throttle setting, therefore producing a hotter engine gas temperature, which makes the colour in the dye burn a lot more brightly. As I said, there are 9 pilots on the team, but the Red Arrows is not just about the pilots. We have over 120 personnel on the squadron, with over 100 of them are the engineers, the administrators, the operations and the public relations personnel, and they are known as the Blue Enid from Enid Blyton's famous 5 with the synchro pair Red 6 and 7 in trail. Look directly to your front, you can see their nose lights blinking in the distance. Once again, get your cameras ready for the detonator. They will now try to mirror each other as they pull up to 30 degrees, nose up to approximately 1,000 feet, turning hard back towards the display line. They will dive down to 100 feet and have a closing speed of over 800 miles per hour, where they will perform a series of barrel rolls in a manoeuvre we call the double roll. The red and white comes on as they perform a series of barrel rolls in the sky, leaving a snake-like smoke trail in the sky in a manoeuvre we call the pipe burst. Small tone. The small tones that you can hear on the radio as Red 1 performs those barrels is actually Red 6 crowd rear, and they use those tones as a signal for Red 6 and 7 to turn back towards the display line and commence their next approach. And this allows 6 and 7 to communicate whilst Red 1 is talking on the radio without any distraction to Red 1 and the rest of Enid. 360 degree aileron roll. Each aircraft now pulling up at about 5G, which means everything about them is now weighing 5 times heavier than what you and I are as we stand on the seashore. They are now inverted to 60 degrees, no doubt, attempting to get back down to 100 feet as they complete the rest of the boomerang. The red goes on from 2 and 3 as they perform a barrel roll around reds 4 and 5. 4 and 5 blue on as they roll around reds 2 and 3 in one of the hardest manoeuvres for our new pilots each year to master. This is the rollback. New pilots each year to master. This is the rollback. It's inverted, he is now upside down all over the shoreline to make sure he gets a clean play. As red 7 rolls around the smoke of red 6. Red 7 is, like I said, rolls around the smoke of red 6. Red 7 is, like I said, James Turner, there third year on the team, a former Typhoon pilot and a former qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T-Mark 1. Bournemouth gives the synchro pair a huge round of applause for a wonderful pass in the corkscrew. And qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T-Mark 2. He brings them around to the left. Look to your right, you'll see Enix formation and inverted D. Right to the colourful double. Formation around to the right. Each aircraft is fitted with a smoke pod. Then round to the right. Each aircraft is fitted with a smoke pod. Then one day is flying an aircraft without a smoke pod. It may look like Red Arrow, but it doesn't have a smoke pod underneath. Those smoke pods are capable of producing 5 minutes of white photograph to ensure we have the right colour at the right time in the display. However, look directly to your front and you can see the synchro pair, red 6 pulling up. This is the synchro half. One of our engineers, Nick Saban, would like to dedicate today's heart to his parents, Ruth and Jed, and the Red Arrows would like to dedicate today's heart to a gentleman called Stuart Kirkham. He is a lifelong Red Arrow fan. He travelled across the country to watch our displays and practices and sadly lost his battle with a short illness earlier this year. Barrel rolls and inverted flight in the crossbow. Again, get your cameras ready. Bournemouth, it's been an absolute pleasure to perform for you today. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for all your support in the past and the future. Please put your hands together for the 2022 Red Arrow! 2022 Red Arrow!
Ted, what do you think of that, mate? Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Ted Coningsby.